What would you do if your best friends were trapped in an icy prison? For one little penguin, that nightmare became a reality. This is Penny, and she's about to embark on an epic adventure through a treacherous, frozen world where every single step is a gamble. But will her courage be enough to save them before it's too late? Our story begins in the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Antarctic, a world of shimmering ice and biting winds. Here, life is a delicate balance. But for Penny, a small penguin with a heart full of determination, that balance is about to be shattered. Something is wrong. A strange, unsettling silence has fallen over the colony. Her friends, usually so full of life and chatter, are nowhere to be seen. Then, a horrifying sight. A quick flash of vibrant feathers trapped. A muffled cry for help, lost in the wind. A group of her friends, caught in a rapidly freezing sea cave, the entrance shrinking with every passing moment. The ice is closing in, a crystal cage with no escape. Panic spreads like wildfire. The elders are too slow, the others too scared. The clock is ticking. In this moment of despair, one small figure stands firm. A close-up on Penny's face reveals not fear, but a fierce, unshakable resolve. She knows, with absolute certainty, that she's the only one who can help. This isn't just about a rescue. It's about her family, her friends, and she will not let them down. The perilous journey begins. The world outside the colony is a beautiful but brutal wilderness. Penny's first major challenge looms ahead, a massive, gaping crevice, a dark scar across the ice. The other side seems impossibly far. She slides to the edge, peering into the abyss. There's no way around it. Taking a deep breath, she scans her surroundings, her mind racing. A loose block of ice here, a sturdy-looking snowdrift there. With a burst of ingenuity, she pushes, slides, and builds a makeshift bridge. It's risky, but it's her only shot. She scrambles across, the fragile structure groaning beneath her feet, finally making it to the other side, her heart pounding. But the Antarctic is full of surprises. Just as she catches her breath, the sky darkens ominously. A sudden, violent blizzard descends, a swirling vortex of snow and ice. Visibility drops to zero. The wind howls like a hungry beast, trying to push her back, to bury her in the snow. She's disoriented, lost. The cold seeps into her feathers, chilling her to the bone. This is a danger she hadn't foreseen, a force of nature that could end her quest before it has truly begun. She must adapt, and fast. She digs into the snow, creating a small burrow, a temporary shield against the storm's fury, proving that even in the face of overwhelming power, her will to survive is stronger. After what feels like an eternity, the blizzard subsides, leaving behind a world transformed and eerily silent. Exhausted, cold, and utterly alone, Penny stumbles out of her shelter. The sheer scale of the landscape, the endless light in every direction, it's overwhelming. For a fleeting moment, doubt creeps in. Can she really do this? Is she strong enough? She collapses onto the snow, fatigue weighing her down like an anchor. Her friends' faces flash in her mind. Their laughter, their warmth. That image, that memory, is a spark in the darkness. She pushes herself up, shaking the snow and the doubt from her feathers. Her resolve isn't just rediscovered, it's forged anew in the crucible of the storm. The journey is far from over. Now, the true trials of the Arctic begin. Penny's quest demands more than just endurance. It demands incredible physical feats. She reaches the base of a towering ice wall, a sheer cliff of glistening blue ice that blocks her path. There's no way around it. With a determined chirp, she begins to climb, using her sharp claws and beak to find purchase in the slippery surface. It's a slow, agonizing ascent. Her muscles burn, her body screams for rest, but she pushes onward. Her friends faces her constant motivation. Reaching the top, she's met with another obstacle, a channel of frigid, dark water, filled with treacherous, shifting ice flows. Without a second's hesitation, she dives in. The icy shock takes her breath away, but she powers through, a small, black and white torpedo navigating a deadly maze. Her strength is truly being put to the ultimate test. But brute force isn't enough in this unforgiving land. Penny's mind must be as sharp as her claws. She comes across a vast field of pressure ridges, a chaotic labyrinth of jagged ice pushed up by the ocean's currents. Rushing in would be a fatal mistake. It's a puzzle that needs to be solved. She stops, observing the patterns, the way the light hits the ice, noting the stable sections from the dangerously thin ones. It's a strategic dilemma. She maps out a route in her head, a complex dance of hops, slides, and careful steps. Her intelligence and quick thinking are on full display as she navigates the maze with a precision that defies her small size, proving that her greatest weapon is her mind. Just when the journey feels endless and hope begins to wane, a sign, half buried in the snow, she spots a familiar object, a single, brightly colored feather, one that belonged to her friend, Pip. It's a whisper of hope in the vast, silent wilderness. The feather points in a specific direction, a clue, a breadcrumb left on the trail. This small discovery reignites the fire in her heart. They are close. The glimmer of hope banishes her fatigue and fills her with a renewed sense of urgency. She's no longer just wandering through the ice. She has a direction, a target. The hunt is on. Following the trail of clues, Penny finally arrives. The sight that greets her is worse than she imagined. Her friends are huddled together on a small, rapidly shrinking platform inside a massive ice cave. But this is no ordinary cave. The ceiling is groaning, melting from a hidden geothermal vent. Water drips down, accelerating the thaw, and the exit is almost completely sealed by a fresh wall of ice from the blizzard. They are trapped between a melting ceiling and an impenetrable wall. The environmental threat is immediate and deadly. It's a race against time, and the timer is about to run out. This is the final stand. There's no more time for strategy, only for action. Penny sees a one weak point in the ice wall blocking the entrance, a section fractured by the pressure. With a powerful cry that echoes through the cave, she launches herself forward. She becomes a living battering ram, slamming her body against the fractured ice again and again. The impact sends jolts of pain through her, but she doesn't stop. Inside, her friends watch in awe and terror, cheering her on. It's an intense, desperate sequence. The ice cracks, splinters, but holds. With one final, heroic effort, fueled by adrenaline and love, she smashes through, creating an opening just as a large chunk of the ceiling crashes down where her friends had been moments before. Success! As the dust of shattered ice settles, Penny stumbles into the cave. The rescue is complete. What follows is a moment of pure, unadulterated emotion. Her friends rush to her, chirping with joy and relief. They huddle together, a mass of feathers and gratitude, sharing a bond strengthened by the ordeal. There are no grand speeches, just the quiet, profound comfort of being safe, of being together again. Penny, bruised and exhausted but triumphant, looks at her friends and knows every single hardship was worth it. The journey home is a stark contrast to the perilous trek out. The group travels together, their collective warmth a shield against the lingering cold. They share stories, their chirps and calls now filled with relief and gratitude, not fear. The landscape, once a menacing enemy, now seems beautiful and serene under the Antarctic sun. They help each other over the smaller obstacles, a team united, with Penny leading the way, no longer just a friend, but their savior. As they approach the colony, a lookout spots them. A single, excited call erupts, and soon the entire colony pours out to greet them. The reception is overwhelming. Penny is hailed as a hero. The elders nod in deep respect. The young chicks gaze at her with wide-eyed admiration. She receives the highest honor of her community, not for seeking glory, but for her selfless bravery. She isn't just Penny the penguin anymore. She is Penny the hero, a legend whose story will be told for generations. Penny's incredible journey teaches us something powerful. It's a story about the unbreakable bonds of friendship, the courage that lies within all of us, and the sheer power of perseverance against impossible odds. It reminds us that even when we feel small and the challenges seem insurmountable, one person's determination can change the world. What walls of ice are you facing in your own life? Remember Penny, and never, ever give up. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible adventure. If you were inspired by Penny's story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe Hanum Cartoon channel for more amazing tales. We'll see you in the next video.